time now for business news, and here's Loretta Chiogo.
Thank you, Wimbo. And we go straight to the report that small and medium-scale entrepreneurs in Ajegule, a suburb of Lagos State, have blamed their productivity on poor electricity supply in the area. They want an improvement in the power supply for a better business year in 2014. Our correspondent, Kelvin Obetin, visited some small-scale businesses in the area and brought back this report.
Ajegule is a densely populated community that sits in the suburb of Lagos. Most of the people living here are low-income earners. Apart from road trading, a few others run small-scale businesses to meet sundry demands. Some have adjudged 2013 as a good year for business, but not with its own challenges, one of which is non-availability of power.
Light is one of our greatest challenges in this business. This is a business area, everybody needs the light for their business. Not that after we've gone then maybe late at night when the light is useless, that's when they bring the light. In fact, sometimes we don't even bring it at all. We stay for some weeks before we get light.
Throughout all this the season period, I've been running a lot of fuels. So I think in terms of that power area, they should try and help us a bit so that whereby after the end of the day or the week, we realize a good profit.
In spite of difficult economic conditions, the beginning of each year comes with renewed hope.
2013 has been very good to us. So this is 2014. We are looking towards to take Amese Candy to a greater height, whereby we'll be doing some other things aside making of hair. We intend making a kind of massaging and facial treatment as well.
Lawrence Ibua is a 65-year-old man and has been in the leatherwork business with his children for 15 years. They design and repair leather bags. This year, he hopes to expand his business if only government can support him.
If government can help, give us support to make it through the loan, we will make it better.
Like Mr. Lawrence Ibua, there are also other small-scale business owners around here who are hoping that 2014 will be a better year. But the government needs to play its role very well to ensure that they are being supported to expand their businesses. Kelvin Obetin, Channels Television News.
Now, the total non-oil export earnings by Nigerian exporters grew by 362% to 2.64 billion naira in the third quarter of 2013. Now, that's according to the economic report for the third quarter 2013 released by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The CBN attributes this development to the increase in the proceeds of industrial and manufacturing sectors, as well as the significant increase in proceeds from primary agricultural and other products. A breakdown of the proceeds shows that agricultural products earned $1.3 billion, manufactured products grew by $738.7 million, while industrial, minerals, and food products earned $522.7 million, $47.5 million, and $27.4 million, respectively. The Naira again firmed up against the dollar at the interbank on Thursday. This is despite the non-sale of foreign exchange at the retail Dutch auction system by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The local unit gained 1 Naira 18 kobo, closing at 158 Naira 60 kobo per dollar. Traders attributed the appreciation to low demand for the greenback, as well as inflow from oil majors, holiday makers, and Nigerians in the diaspora hit the market than expected. Akwa Ibom indigents have demanded the strict implementation of 469.374 billion naira 2014 budget proposal. The public hearing organized by the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly got the input of the people. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Sam Ikon, says this is in line with the Assembly's commitment to ensure transparency in governance. Governor Godswill Akpabio had presented the state's budget for the year to the State House of Assembly late last year.
We have the Permanent Secretary.
And the New Year holiday is still taking its toll on the Nigerian stock market. Stockbrokers are yet to fully resume trading activities, which may create a more positive impact on the indicators. While the current market breadth appears to favor the banking sector today, stockbrokers believe that the sector always attracts investors' interests.
Because of the season we are in, they said the investment public is yet settling down gradually. A good number of people are yet to come back, and those who have come back are yet to settle down, then to start talking of one thing or the other to do to make to add more to what they have. Banking it has that commands that interest of the public anytime. Okay. One, it is one of the most liquid sectors you can think of. So you find out that that's why people tend to go there, irrespective of the problems running through or ravaging the industry. Okay. People still have that bit of confidence in that sector than other sectors, because it's the quickest place to go in and then come out as and when you want it. Okay. Because there are sectors you go in, to come out will be a problem.
Well, still from the market, 41 stocks led by Total appreciated at the end of this week's trading session at the local bureaus. Key indicators took a step forward, also appreciating by 0.54% to 41,450.48 points. Here's Harriet Agbenyi with a summary of the day's figures.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. A positive rally at the Nigerian equities market on the last trading day of the week, that is the second in New Year, boosted key indicators. Up 0.54%, the all-share index finished at 41,450.48 with a market capitalization of 13.26 trillion naira from 13.19 trillion naira recorded in the previous session. Now 41 stocks led by Total appreciated at the end of the day's session. The top laggard for the day was Corn Oil. The equity shed 6 naira 61 kobo and is followed by Mobil, Cadbury, Nascon and Ashaka Cement. Sterling Bank, for a second day in a row, was the most actively traded stock with over 99.91 million units exchanged by investors. Now volume and value of shares traded rose to 524.45 million units and 4.20 billion naira respectively, and exchanged in 5,496 deals. Well, those are the day's trading figures. I'm Harriet Agbenyi.
And of course, that's it from the business scene. It's back to Bimbo for the rest of the news.
First Bank, truly the first.
Well, it's time for sports news, and here's Olumide Macaulay.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Hello and welcome to Sports News. The Queen's baton for the 2014 Commonwealth Games will arrive in Nigeria on Monday, the 6th of January. It will be received by officials of the Nigerian Olympics Committee and members of the 2014 Commonwealth Games Queen's Baton Relay Committee in Abuja. The Director General, National Sports Commission, Gbenga Elegbeleye, will receive the baton and later hand over to the Minister of Sports at the Presidential Villa. The 7-member Queen baton bearers, led by Sharad Rao, Commonwealth Games Federation representative, is expected to depart Nigeria on Wednesday, January the 8th.
He takes the baton.
It will be a totally new team as the home-based Super Eagles of Nigeria face the Antelopes of Ethiopia in tomorrow's friendly at the Abuja National Stadium. The match is a tune-up for both sides for the CHAN 2014 African Nations Tourney, which starts January 11th in South Africa. With the exit of Godfrey Obabona, Sunday Mba, Gabriel Rubin, Papa Idris, Juwan Oshinawa, who started the battle with the national team as home-based players 2 years ago, coach Stephen Keshi will have to rely on new recruits. And to the EPL, Jose Mourinho, Chelsea manager, says that Kevin De Bruyne has not adapted well at the club. Mourinho, however, said the Belgian international will not be sold cheaply in the January transfer window. He has made only 3 appearances for the club this season.
Kevin didn't adapt very well to the difficult life a Chelsea player has, and the people like Oscar and Matt and William and Eden, they have a beautiful, difficult life at Chelsea, which is to play. They have to pay a big price to play. They have to give a lot. They have to work a lot, and they have to accept this competitiveness. Kevin, different personality. Very important player for Genk, very important player for Werder Bremen. It's the first time he comes to a big club with big competition, and fantastic player with fantastic potential.
Away from football into tennis, Serena Williams has set up a final clash with Victoria Azarenka following a 6-2, 7-6 victory over Maria Sharapova in the WTA Brisbane International. The American world #1 overcame her misfiring serve to extend her winning streak over the Russian to 14 matches. The American will now face world #2 Azarenka tomorrow. The Belarusian defeated Serbia's Jelena Jankovic 1-6, 6-3, 6-4 in today's semi-final.
Yes, it definitely could have went either way. Maria was playing so well. It's a wonder that she took some time off, but you definitely can't tell. So she gave me a really tough tiebreak and a tough match today.
Meanwhile, Rafael Nadal withstood a stern test from world number 162 Peter Kojeriks to book his place in tomorrow's Qatar Open final. The Spaniard overcame a rusty start to prevail 6-2, 4-6, 6-3 in just under 2 hours to end the German qualifier's Cinderella run in Doha. Nadal, who is the only seed remaining in the draw, registered his 662nd match win on the ATP World Tour, pulling even with Michael Chang for 13th on the all-time list. He also improved to 75-1 in his career when facing a qualifier, with his lone defeat coming nearly a decade ago against Julian Benneteau at Lyon in 2004. And that's it on Sports News. The News at 10 continues now.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
On the foreign scene, South Sudan is still tipping the news. Talks to agree on a ceasefire in South Sudan have opened in the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. Government and rebel negotiators have been speaking to mediators but have not yet met face-to-face. Here's Cynthia Are with more details.
The talks might have begun, however, there is no sign of an end to the fighting between supporters of President Salva Kiir and SAC Deputy Riek Machar, which has killed at least 1,000 people since the 15th of December last year. The U.S. has announced a further cut of its embassy staff in South Sudan. More than 180,000 people have been displaced in the conflict, and aid workers say many are living without shelter, clean water, and sanitation. Also today, a winter storm has caused travel chaos in the northeastern U.S., bringing up to 2 feet of snow to some places. More than 4,000 flights were cancelled as the storm blanketed the U.S. on Thursday and today as well. New York's JFK Airport closed for snow removal, and all the city's public schools are shut. New York and New Jersey have states of emergency. Finally, the parents of a 16-year-old girl who died after being gang raped and set on fire in the eastern Indian city of Calcutta have vowed to fight for justice. Her father has vowed to get justice for her until his last breath. Her mother says her daughter had asked her to make sure that the people who did harm to her are hanged. A total of 8 men have been arrested in connection with the case. Protesters are outraged at the police's alleged mishandling of the case. They are demanding strong action against her alleged attackers. And that's it from me. Those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thank you, Cynthia. Now, if you're a big fan of Funke Akindele's Jennifer character, then this will be good news for you. A new installment of the popular comic character is definitely in the offing. Let's join Mayowa Ogundele on